Uh, hey, YouTube. Good evening, Saints. Well, there was once a movie. Was it 80s? The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Y'all here? Show me you're here. The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Well, it seems like, or I could call this, or the art of holding water. Hey, people. Oh, no. Hey, Prima Wanda. Ethereal Firefly. Chocolate Bee. Uh-oh. Just cleaning up. Hey, Chocolate Bee. Oh, shit. Now I got to change my whole monologue now. All right. Well, the people talking about it, Chocolate Bee, we got to go there, I guess. Just for a minute, though. Well, apparently, y'all know Jay Wilson said my apartment looks like a bordello, right? I had no idea what he was hiding. What? Why can't I get this shit together? You would think that I have all the time in the world to get this thing together. All right, we return to the story in a minute here. Just so you guys know, hey, Nikki, Miss Motown. Hi, moderators. Yeah, so I tried the thing about making my content 18 and over only, but that is automatically demonetized. So they don't monetize. They don't put commercials in videos that are geared for only adults. Okay, so we'll keep on looking around. We'll figure it out. But the story of today, or one of the stories of today, is that down in San Antonio, Chocolate Bee, you can chime in anytime you want to, or say, shut the hell up, and we will accommodate you. But apparently, Five Babe had been holding some tea. Now, she's always hinted at having this tea since San Antonio last year, right? But now she decided to drop it, apparently. I wouldn't say boycotting her station, but I go over there as little as possible. People don't get to the story fast enough for me. So I don't have hours and hours and hours to watching all these people. But apparently she done dropped this tea now that two of the guests at Jay Wilson's Bordello were at least temporarily using the same room, shall we say. I don't know. It's allegedly, she claims that she's eyewitness to somebody sneaking out of one room and into another. Now, I know that many times you'll have businessmen, right? Businessmen will fly their clients in and so forth. And part of what they'll do for them is they'll provide entertainments. So the client or the customer, the other business person, will be put up in a hotel room. Of course, the company will pay for the hotel, whatever is necessary. Pay for room service or champagne or whatever. And then around 12 o'clock at night, they'll get a knock on the door. This is an American practice that's been going on since the beginning of time, beginning of the United States at least. They'll provide entertainment, shall we say. So are we all beginning to wonder now, is this what happened? Was part of the deal with King Jives was entertainment was going to be provided? Out of respect for all the people in the chat, we're not going to go any further with this unless you guys ask me something I have to answer. But this is what she decides to drop. So the other part of it, whether he's running the Bordello or providing entertainment for his guests or not, and denying that he knows anything about it. The other issue is the art of holding water. So why does this woman decide that she decided she wants to spill the tea? What is the motivation here? Why is she beefing with some of these people or something? I thought her and Wilson supposed to be the only ones getting along with each other. That's what I thought. But we ain't gonna harp on it. There's another story that I think is very, very interesting. Well, first of all, I did see Maddie in her car with Chi-Chi. So they returned to the same kind of scene. Maddie was upset with this girl who has now threatened her and said she wants to go toe-to-toe with her or something. The little girl had apparently threatened Maddie And now she's put in an awkward position of she got to say that nobody on this planet is putting their hands on me. Put your hands on me, you're gonna get tore up. Now nasty people will take that as me. Oh, he threatened a woman. Oh, he's gonna beat a woman up. Oh no, the woman said she was gonna beat him up or go toe to toe with him, or she's gonna face off with him. Look at this. With her. And she said that's not gonna happen with anybody, man, woman, or she might let a child slide. I don't know. Anyway, so this girl's out of pocket, of course, for threatening people. I remember way back in Indiana, at Hallville. I was a little kid, maybe 11 years old. And there was a big ruckus in Hallville, which is a big project there. I didn't live there. But I snuck and went over to Hallville. I mentioned this story about Hallville a couple of weeks ago when that woman got killed. Anyway, a dangerous neighborhood. But it was just because the natural woman had slapped the taste out of the transgender girl's mouth. I mean, she went up there and just slapped the hell out of her, right? So the dilemma was now, you can't jump on this woman the same time this woman just slapped the shit out of you in front of all these people, right? I remember it being a huge fight. Of course, everybody in the neighborhood got involved and all that. So blows were being thrown all over the place. But that's an awkward position you put people in when you threaten them. So just for the record, this girl has thrown the first blow by threatening this other person. I don't think Maddie's gonna go looking for the girl, nothing like that. She simply stated, "Put your hands on me, you're getting tore up." Right? I think that was okay. It ain't nothing gonna happen. I mean, just don't threaten me. This other story I find hi you guys. Let me six. Hello guys. Okay. See our chocolate baby moving away? Hey, we just moving away. Hey, you guys. Now, there's a disturbing story going on this thing that I haven't really weighed in on. I don't get them people focusing on me. But this church sector here, they have just gone way off the rails. So now, this one dude, what's his name? The new dude, what's his name? He's the went after Larry Reed with such fervor, you would think that Larry had stolen something from him. So Larry Reed is having all this difficulty with the courts, right? People who have come after him. I guess the primary thing is him and E. Dewey Smith. Well, they've been in court for a while. We all know about that. Apparently, there's money that had to be raised, $25,000. Larry came on yesterday and said, well, somebody didn't come through with their end of the bargain. In other words, someone pledged to give the money. They counted the money as being real, and it wasn't really. This is Larry's story, that they didn't come through or couldn't come through that quickly. And so they petitioned the court. They needed more time to come up with the 25 grand. The issue was that Larry went on and made a video and saying, yes, we had raised the money. I think even Conscious TV said the same thing. We raised the money in 48 hours, whatever, in a couple of days. That raises $25,000 from his supporters, right? And then Larry then cut off the donations, which was honorable. I mean, if you already had the money, you could run the campaign for 10 days. He only ran it for 2 or 3 days. And people said, well, I just cut it off because we already had the money. We felt like we already had the money that we needed. It was certainly already pledged. I would say Larry was wrong for counting this money before he actually had the money on hand, or the Cash App, or however they transferred the money. Anyway, so he says that the people backed out. He says a large donation. He didn't say how much the donation was, or how much he was short of meeting this $25,000 requirement. But this other dude, Daryl, he went and sent the judge. This is just a YouTuber. Went and sent the judge the video of Larry saying he had the money. So now this man has inserted himself. I don't think I've ever experienced this where someone inserted himself that much to the point where he's actually contacting the judge. Now, his man has made several trips down to the police station. He said cease and desist orders filed against him. This dude is after Larry Reed obsessively. And I think he should fear being actually charged with something himself, because all this stuff, all these interactions are documented. Anyway, he took it upon himself to go and contact the judge in Larry Reed's case to tell him that Larry Reed said he had the money. So where's the money? So the judge then saw the videos, said that he saw the videos, and based on Daryl Moore, rejected, or what's the right word? He denied their appeal for more time. So apparently Larry Reed has until I think 5 o'clock today to come up with that money, the $25,000 he promised, or he could be stuck with a $250,000 judgment. All this brought on by this dude, Daryl Moore. Now, I don't know what his interest in Larry Reed is. I don't know why you would get so attached to someone that you would actually want to destroy their life. Now, he said he likes helping people. Isn't Larry Reed a people? You know, this man has just moved into this house. You know, he's got all the expenses attached to the show and other cases he's fighting. Why are you going and inserting yourself to make sure, or do you want him to kill himself? I mean, what is the point? I don't get that. And I find it very offensive that someone is on here doing that. He don't even know this dude. So he jumped from King Jive side to Conscious TV side to everybody's side, the woman's side, Garrison's woman's side. But now his main interest is in destroying Larry Reed. The man has got enough trouble already dealing with his own business. If he had not sent those videos to the judge or the lawyers, the opposing lawyers, he would have been granted the extension to come up with the money a few more days. But this dude took it upon himself to do that. So we got to be careful of what kind of people we're encountering, we're dealing with here on YouTube. Some of these people are extremely dangerous. Daryl is here too. Lord have mercy. We got Chocolate Bay is here. We got Daryl Moore is here. Daryl Moore message deleted. Oh my God. He done came on talking stuff. Daryl Moore, you can't come under and just wreck to people that we admire and respect and just think nobody's going to say anything to you. How can you go and dig into that man's life like that? You're going to ruin that person and his whole family and his whole business. And you think no one's going to say anything about it here. We're just going to, that ain't no big deal. If you say you want to help people, that is a people. Anyway, look into the story, Uncle Tim. There's the story is too big. It changes every week. 1 week, I think, it's Jives and Conscious against McCray, and then somehow McCray got moved out of the way, and then now it's Larry and this dude here. And I mean, it changes every week. I'm not spending all my hours and hours and hours of time following that case. I'm just saying this particular move is wrong. He said it's not doxing. Doxing means only if you call somebody's job. Calling someone's judge is not bad. Somebody who has the power to put you in jail, to strip you of everything you own, that's less than calling their job. It's crazy. And I wanted to voice how I feel about it. And somebody needs to talk to you, Mr. Daryl. You don't just go and just dog people out like that, regardless of how you feel about them or what you feel about them. Or is it just jealousy? Daryl is dangerous. Yeah, right is right, honey. Right is right. Somebody's got to speak up when something is dead wrong, and that is a dead wrong move. You ain't got no business in that man's court filings, court case. Leave it alone. Let him fight it. That's what he got lawyers for. They're all getting paid. Everybody's getting paid on that case. Those are for him and those are against him. They're all getting paid. Where do you come in? You can speak. He's here. I ain't mind blocking him. Let him speak. Moderators, let him say what he got to say if he's still here. Ain't nobody scared. Right is right, honey. Is Daryl Moore still here? I saw him on Wally today. Wally's getting all these interviews, but he was actually proud of this. What's there to be proud of? So what is here? Okay, it was for the entire 25,000. It wasn't for the entire 25,000, just a portion. It wasn't for the entire 25,000. Yeah, well, Larry didn't say how much he was short or anything like that. Apparently, this dude took offense at the people even volunteering to help him more. He comes up with, oh, he bought somebody a car. Oh, he paid a bill for this. Oh, he going through all of the man's expenses, like he knows what happens in all of his finance. It's ridiculous. That's stalking. You're stalking him. You are terrorizing that man. To think that you actually influenced the judge and you've been to the police station about something that has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Who is this? Sharon Morrison, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Are you rock? That's good, right? All right. Daryl Moore, you still here? You gone somewhere else? Whatever. All right. Let him speak. Let him speak. We're still here. Okay. Oh my God. Y'all hear the screams from the street? I got the window open. I'm going to close it in a minute. Larry is a scammer. Well, we're being convinced that Larry is a scammer. This man has made it his life mission to prove that Larry is a scammer. I believe more likely Larry is a businessman. You think about how much money y'all done gave it to the building fund in your churches. How nothing gets built. It's because there are always expenses, honey. Whether it's legal or not, is the way business operates. They put a Band-Aid on what's bleeding right now. So we've been loving on Larry Reed, loving his show, and all of a sudden this dude shows up. Now he's a scammer and we're supposed to hate him. Expose what truth? What truth is he exposing? He's exposing what truth? He's exposing that this man has the power to raise $25,000 in 2 days. That's the only thing he's exposing. He's exposing that he envies that. He says he's a filmmaker. He knows how hard it is to raise money and so forth. And he probably just resents this man's success, that he has that kind of power. So he wants to destroy it. And it is wrong. Unless someone can show me where Larry Reed has done something to this man, I don't want to hear nothing about Larry Reed is the devil and now this dude is the angel who wants to help people. Becoming an obsession. You're an educated man. You do film. You do. Apparently, he does creative things. According to his page, do creative things. You don't touch them. You don't go into somebody else's court battles like that. Even if I know a man and woman are fighting, the man doesn't put his hands on the woman. I'm not going down to the courthouse to make sure he goes to prison. That is their case. Okay. Linda B. I'm not judging. I'm just warning. You don't ever want to be on the wrong side of the Lord. He's long suffering, but when he's had enough, you don't want to catch that case. You're right about that. Yeah, I guess the right thing to do is just sit back and see what happens. It just seems so wrong to me. I mean, whatever he thinks about Larry Reed, he's been entertainment for us for a few years now. He's grown his page, you know. I mean, what difference does it make to this dude if he needs a few more days to come up with the money? Does he want him to go to prison? What is the end game? Do you want his children to be thrown on the street? Are you jealous because he got a house? He's in the house now. What is it? I mean, what is driving you? Surely not all that mumbo jumbo between all the other Christian people. They all feeding off each other and eating each other up now. They used to talk about celebrities, Christian celebrities. Now all they do is do what we do. Eat up each other. Who blocked Tracy? Tracy's blocked? No. You guys don't block nobody like that. Don't y'all be blocking no Tracy's. I would like to hear what this dude Daryl has to say. He's very talkative. But black folks can't never get no damn where. Too jealous. Too jealous. Nobody can ever get anywhere. As soon as they start getting any traction, I got to go holler at my dog. Excuse me for a minute. Squeaky! Get it, bummer. Get it, bummer, fatty. Get it, jump. Deenie. Up. Be quiet. I do that I know I could keep on going, but I do that out of respect for the neighbors. Nobody likes no barking dog yapping all the time, right? But every time somebody goes by the door, there he goes. We're going to close it. Let me close the window too. Because the next thing, a skateboarder will come by and he'll be back performing. All right. No Daryl, huh? I guess we ran him off. He wants to defend that. I'm for the right of justice. Girl, could you knock it off? Knock that off. Daryl is a closeted gay man who's obsessed with that sector. Why is he so obsessed with it? He says he's not even in church. Oh, Jesus Christ. You want to know why you go to neighborhoods? Everybody else's neighborhood, Korean neighborhood, all Koreans own everything, right? White folks, as you, of course, they own everything. But every time when you go to a black neighborhood, it's always got to be somebody else got to own the business because a black man can only get so far before they start feeding off each other. You go to the drug game. People sell drugs. It's got to be one killing the other one. It's territorial. Nobody can come up. Nobody ever comes up. And this is why. People can't take it. They can't take anybody else being successful. From what I can see, there's no connection between this dude, Daryl, and Larry, except a little clout. I'll get my numbers up. That's crazy. Plus, he's already fighting, in court. He could lose everything anyway, just from the court cases. Who needs this dude piling on? Okay. The truth of what? I got to reveal the truth. What is the truth? You go to any businessman's affairs, you go looking into the affairs, a lot of things we're going to consider nefarious. But you got to keep a business going. You know, we ain't going to understand everything. We ain't going to know all the details. Just surface kind of stuff. Yes, I am biased. I like Larry Reid. I think he's a good guy. I think it should count for something. But I don't think you should be doing that to anybody. Apparently, Larry at one point bought somebody a car or something. He hates that. You're going to have to sell that car. He resents him being successful. So the more time Larry had to spend fighting all this crap, and then eventually he'll be afraid to post anything, then this dude, I guess he feels like I won. I took him down. Anyway, what else is going on, people? What else? Is Jay Wilson running the Bordello down there in San Antonio? Oh, okay. So you're saying Chocolate B, can you block Chrissy? So he's not blocked on. She's not blocked on here. Mm-hmm. Tracy, you still here? Say hello, honey. We're not blocking Tracy on this page for sure. Okay. Yeah. So I guess some people are coming over to complain a different plan. I wouldn't ordinarily get in other people's business, but I still think I have every right to say when I feel like something is wrong. I think that's very, very wrong what he's doing to Larry Reid. It is. It's not his business. I mean, this dude is actually calling the judges, calling the opposing attorneys, filing paperwork. He has all the paperwork of Larry's case like it was his case. He has a file on Larry Reed. He wants to send Wally paperwork. Oh, I'm going to send it over to you right now. Why? Where are you getting out of this? Okay. Really? Are there people in here? Yes, 257 here so far. Okay, so Nikki says, Nikki Rashada, you have more people in your life than Jay Wilson. Keep up the great work. The best little horror house in Texas. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody knows what's going on in your house except for you. Right. Right. But now, what is Fabe's motivation? All of a sudden, she got to drop this T. Okay, you showing the people who you are, girl. People seeing how you treat other people, they'll say, okay, she can't have none of my business. I ain't going nowhere with her. I ain't letting her know nothing about me. Why? Because she can't hold water. Can't hold it. We're looking for an opportune time to drop. I got some tea. If somebody shows you who they are, what can we do but believe them? Okay. Hello, RB. Okay. What else happened? Yeah, so whatever happened in San Antonio, I mean, I'm being silly. Whatever happened there, people are adults. We already know we gay men. People, when they deny it, kind of make it feel like they got something on you, you know. But I don't think Wilson would have made that party favors included. You know, the record companies, they give them drugs. They give them whatever it takes to get them on that stage, honey. Drugs, hookers, dancing boys, hotels, limousines. She was itching to tell. What happens in a group trip shouldn't be nobody. Okay, whatever happens in Vegas, stay in Vegas. That's the principle. Well, Wilson compounds it because you know you're gonna come out and lie about it. Oh, what? In my house? In my house? Oh, I know it didn't happen here. The denials. The denials are what makes it fun. They just want to catch you in something. Never mind who you throw out the participants. Throw them under the bus, honey. Yeah, she got some teeth. Those two are falling out. I think those two are going to fall out before vacation. So I don't think he wants to go there. Mainly because it's her event and he's not getting any money for it. And it would be different if they was both of their event and he had some financial interest in it. Then he would have motivation to be there. But I think he's going to fall out with her deliberately before it happens. Whether that means sending money back, sending tickets back, or plus he's a very scary man. Jay Wilson is extremely scary. You got to have an armed guard against Tracy. You know, you ain't got no spine, honey. So he don't want to be out there in Chicago. We all watch all the Chicago stories. She paid this the mentality down here. I don't want to be down here where I don't know where the hell I'm doing or where I'm going. I still didn't make that damn gym today. I just keep getting busy. Can you guys find sanitizer in your towns? I went to every Walgreens I could think of in San Francisco today. Not one. I went to 3 Safeways. No one has hand sanitizer. So people say, well, just wash your hands. Yeah, but you can't wash your hands when you're out in the world. You can't. You need to something portable, right? What about that? You guys got finding San Antonio in your towns? Somebody told me that most of it comes from China. So whatever China's needs are right now. They're a lot more severe than ours, so they probably wouldn't even be sending anything over here if they're in a state of emergency. Yeah, he probably ain't ever had a fight in his life. He's just a scary person. Plus, he ain't getting paid. It's all about the money, right? He ain't gonna put himself. He's not gonna inconvenience himself in any way to go down there to support Phi Babe, no matter if she came to his event or not. It's not gonna matter. Jay Wilson is very much what's in it for me. Oh, you have, wait a minute, New Jersey has plenty? Well, why you guys get some, Trina B? I advise you to get as much as you can, because it disappeared off of every shelf here. And I've looked. Everything I can think of, I've looked. I don't have a Costco card, so I didn't go in there, but I imagine whatever businesses are taking that up too. Businesses still have it on their counters. So, but they probably have backlogs of supplies. Dollar Generals had, I bet they don't have it now. I bet they don't have it here. WWE Diva. She went to $3 stores for it. You found it? That's good. 99% rubbing alcohol is insured. Oh, okay. So rubbing alcohol, you can use that on your hands? I guess you could, rubbing alcohol. Is that like a sanitizer? I got plenty of antibacterial soap, but my concern is about like when you're in the gym, you're on the bus, you're on the train, things like that. Germaphobe. So he's had it's good for him, Nikki. See, Daddy knows best. Nikki says my dad is a germaphobe, so he's had it stuck on the regular. He had it stocked on the regular, I assume. My mom was like that too. She has, 100 rolls of toilet paper at all times. She buys in bulk. Yep, the neighbors be hitting him up then, your relatives. Come on, Dad, give me just one bottle. South Korea and Italy are in pretty bad shape. Well, I don't know why our city is doing so much worse, because we sure don't have none here. That ship is sitting off the coast. Yeah, I heard about that too. I mean, that thing gets a stronghold. I mean, it's not that many cases now, but you see what happened at that old people's house, old folks' home. If it gets in there, imagine if it got loose in like a gym or something. I mean, people who touching everything in there, everybody come down at the same time. Anyway, humans are nasty. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, think about taking these subways and so forth. You don't know who's been sitting there. There might be a homeless guy passed out there just before you sat down. You don't know who sat in your seats. So if people are on the street, they're certainly not taking care of themselves. It's certainly coughing and doing all that kind of stuff. They don't have the. I mean, they're out on the street. I used to go work at Jojo Perel. It's alcohol. What? Jojo Perel is alcohol, says Yvette Madden. I used to work at Gojo Perel. It's alcohol. Okay, so you guys think there are other things you can use other than regular hand sanitizer? Hand sanitizer claims that 99% germs will be killed. I guess I have stuff like cleaning supplies, but I still can't carry that around with you. And you people know what it's like when you have your hands in bleach too long. So I guess soap and water is the best thing. Why did Daryl disappear? Did y'all block him? Why did he disappear? He likes to talk. I hope this is not just to build a channel. You're sacrificing people's lives just to build your channel. That's an extremely selfish thing to do. Are you just like investigative journalism? Well, find something that needs to be investigated, not Larry Reed. I live right next door to Safeway. It's right outside my window. And I've been in there. I keep going back, hoping that, well, at some point they got to deliver some. I won't be the first one to get there, right? But even when you go at night, it's still empty. And you'll see a whole stack. There's always people in front of that aisle discovering that there's no hand sanitizer. Why they can't just put a sign on there and say no sanitizer, I don't know. The security guard at the Walgreens would tell you, though. Nope, we don't have none. Clorox wipes. Yeah, I have some of those. But I think my apartment is pretty cool because I don't have people here, so nobody's bringing in germs. And when I used to still play around a little bit or trick around a little bit, I would always get colds and stuff. But people would bring shit off the street to your house. I don't think there's too many diseases that go from animals to humans, though. I guess theoretically, if they picked up something, they could touch you on the face or something. You could touch your face or whatever, but it's not been my experience so far. Soap and water, just wash my hands every day. Yeah. There's plenty of soap. They got soap. Clorox. What else happened today? I seen Nicole Tyler was talking to the ladies. I think it makes sense. You talk to your own community. I mean, talk to people that you. Let's get off this gay straight thing. You know, we have our world. You have your world. I mean, should be talking about what's going on with women finding men. She didn't say very much about it. I guess some people have been abused, but a big part of it, from looking from the outside, is the violence. I mean, of course, I'm prejudiced. I'm from a violent home, but the reason why a lot of women end up single because somebody knocked them inside their fucking head. I'm sorry, but I think it's the truth. I think people have just been abused with some of these men, so they ain't in no hurry to get back involved with another one. That was the case in our family, and I think most of my aunts, though, they stayed married most of their lives till their husbands died. But there's a lot of relationships broken up over that. There's a lot of relationships broken up over some of these black men just can't find gainful employment. I mean, I think maybe I'm wrong. I think the women do a whole lot better as far as employment and being accepted in society. It's hard for a pimp. It's hard for a brother out there. Many times, if he can't perform the responsibility of being the man of the house, you know, a lot of them take off. And then look how many are in prison, hustling, trying to make a living. I think a lot of people in prison, if they could make a legitimate living, they wouldn't be there. They wouldn't make the choices they made. Sometimes out of desperation, you know. Warm soapy water for 2 minutes, and also scrub your nails on palms. This is from Miss Motown. You must wash your hands with soapy water for 2 minutes, and also scrub your nails and palms. Rinse well. Do this every time you're near a sink, and especially when you come home for the day. Okay, yeah, I did that all day. I didn't time it for 2 minutes, but every time I went to a mall or something, or a restaurant near the restroom, I always wash my hands now. It's not only this virus, but also there are thousands of people who die from flu. I have had my flu shot. I hope you guys all had your flu shot. If you haven't, go get it. They got it at Walgreens, Safeway, everywhere you go, you can get a flu shot. Hope you can still get them. Abused or cheated on. Yep, that's what I thought, Tessie. Of course, I'm not a heterosexual guy, but it seems like to me, that seems to be the biggest problems. Abused, people can't keep their hands. And the other thing is being cheated on. There's a lot of single women out there. So these guys, they think they're players. Supply and demand. So they can all go get them 2 or 3 of them, you know. Not everybody's going to deal with that. I understand a lot of women put up with it, though. That's why a lot of these church ladies, they bragging about, oh, I've been married with my husband for 50 years. Oh, we've been together 30 years. A lot of them women that put up with a whole lot of stuff that a whole lot of other people are not going to deal with. Right? I think kids, when your kids come along, you're not so anxious to walk away, but it's mainly because you got kids together. But from what I've heard, people telling their stories of their families and so forth, ain't nobody holy but God. Did you get sick from your shots? Okay, so, James, you're asking Linda. Okay, I didn't get sick from my flu shots. I get them every year. Mm-hmm. Good day, sir, in chat. Yeah, Catherine, that's what I heard. I mean, somebody said, I guess it's not a huge difference between 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Someone said, telling me earlier, I was under the impression you only do it for 20 seconds. But in these times, I feel more safe if I did it for 2 minutes, or you get up under your nails and all that kind of stuff. Wash your hands. Put it like that. Anytime you're near a sink, wash them. And I think the reason why you're washing your hands is because you put your hand, you scratch your eyes, you scratch your nose, you scratch your mouth. I don't know. I'm not going to live in. God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of love, a sound mind. Mm-hmm. Flu shots don't make you sick. It does, however, take 2 weeks for the vaccine to work. Yeah, we should all get flu shots, though. Serious business. Walter Hampton. Oh, I'm glad he didn't come back after me. Good. I don't feel like arguing with nobody. But Hampton, his partner, he didn't get a flu shot, and I guess he was near death. They had him on tubes and all that just from the regular flu. So a lot of weak mean trying to game you into textationship. They want to text everything, including. Oh my goodness. Textationship? I never heard of that, Tessie. Yeah, I don't do a lot of texting and all that. In fact, my eyes, I do it like an old man, So finally, I started using. Almost every phone has at the bottom a microphone you can speak into it, and it'll text up for you. But usually, there's all kind of words all jumbled up and all that. So as long as the person you're texting knows that you're doing this by voice, then they understand that you're not stupid. You're not really writing words backwards and so forth. But that's the only way I text. Yeah, and I'm not one for talking on the phone a long time either. I got a couple of people that are talking on the phone, but usually it's, just surface type stuff. Stay away from people. Flu shot had my job quarantine. What's up with that, Mo? Flu shot had my job quarantine. Okay. I know where I volunteer at, they require us to have a flu shot every year, but I do it anyway. HIV people, we have to do it. But it's pretty easy to do it. I mean, you just go to I don't know if it's covered by Medi-Cal or something, but any Walgreens, you can get it done. Outcome of Super Tuesday. Elizabeth and Mike both dropped out. Well, they got to all drop out. Ain't gonna be with 2 left, honey. 2 standing. Bloomberg, I think, is just there. He's gonna end up supporting Biden, so he's gonna throw a lot of support towards Biden, and then he can. I mean, any amount of money. He's a multi-billionaire. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what the motivation for all these guys running for. I mean, did Buttigieg really think he was going to become the president? I don't know. He had a good run. I was proud of him. Had a good run. I mean, I guess make it as far as you can, but people give all these millions and millions and millions of dollars knowing that you're not going to be the nominee. But I guess at the end that they can throw their votes to someone else and begin to support each other. So the ones they called from the very beginning are the ones who actually ended up in the final race, right? I don't think Warren really was going to. I mean, I think Warren, it's a possibility she could be picked for a vice president. Time is coming. I mean, it's going to happen. But, after Tuesday, that told the whole story. They all fell behind Biden. I just worry about these guys' age. They're so damn old. All of them are old. Trump, they're all the same age, really. Trump, Biden, and Bernie, and Elizabeth, and Nancy Pelosi. All these people in their 70s and 80s. When they leave office, they're going to be in the 80s. So, I don't know. Ronald Reagan, I think his last, wasn't his second term, he was starting to have symptoms of Alzheimer's. I think they covered up when he was in office, but then he got sick almost right after that. I don't know. I mean, Buttigieg, he was only 38 years old. I have a stinky suspicion that he will be running again. So his political career is certainly not over. He'll certainly make governor at some point. So maybe they do it just for name recognition, because now we all know who these people are, which before we would never know who a mayor was in Indiana. So every time they run, they become national figures, at least for a minute. Perhaps it helps their careers to have run. Elizabeth, from what I saw an hour or so ago, has not chosen the person she's endorsed. She wants to think about it. It might have happened by now. It all happened so fast, So an hour or so ago, has not chosen the person she's endorsed. She wants to think about it. It might have happened by now. It all happened so fast, I mean, I think, no, I don't know. I think Bernie would be great. I wish he was a little younger. He just had a heart attack, but Bernie would be, I think, more dynamic than Biden. I haven't heard Biden talk a whole lot, right? As vice president, you don't hear them speak that much. So now, when they narrow it down to the general, this is when we get to actually find out who these people are, right? Oh my goodness, Black Flame. Be nice. Yeah. Them get. Yeah, cabinet positions. Look where. Did y'all see what's the black dude's name? I forgot his name. Heard him so little. Ben Carson. I guess he was on TV a couple of days. Well, I ain't seen him since he started. But those guys were running for president. They ended up with positions. Almost all of them are gone now, but Ben Carson's still there. Yeah. So it'll be great if we get at least Elizabeth Warren in there as vice president or something like that. I guess they're all kind of nervous about that, though, after what happened with Sarah Palin. That was a nosedive. That's one of the worst decisions, I think, in politics. Because she didn't even know where the hell she was half the time. Anyway. Okay. So this dude, what's your name? He didn't show it back up. Okay, that's cool. Word socialist. They're not going to. Yeah, they said the person that's calling himself a socialist will have a hard time becoming the president. And I think that will come back to haunt him. Because, of course, Trump is going to play it up to the hilt. He's going to be, it's too bad that he's going to be such an adversary, because he's such a liar, and he's proven himself, and all the gaffes and all the things he's said since he's been in office, all the horrible things he's done. It doesn't matter to his supporters. So he's going to try every trick in the book, including Russians and anybody else that wants to help. He has no principle, Now he's over telling people, "Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, the virus ain't no big deal. It's a hoax." First, he said it was a hoax altogether. They need to keep him off stage. If the responsibility to Pence, then he should tell him to take the reins and don't say shit else about it, because whatever he says is a lie. How are you going to take the word of somebody who's proven himself to be a liar 9,000 times? A president's supposed to be called a liar 5 or 6 times in their whole career. This fool got 9,000. I'm sure it's a lot more than that by now. Yeah, well, I mean, Biden has certainly got the experience. And he was chosen by Barack Obama, which is our guy, you know. It's good enough for Obama. It's good enough for me, I guess. I can say I voted for Buttigieg. So my vote didn't mean anything in the end, but I liked him for more than one reason. J is for jelly. Ben Carson can't be trusted. He told his wife she could sing, and we all heard that mess. Well, Jay Wilson supporters tell him he can sing, and we dealing with that mess. He's still singing with confidence. Is anybody ever going to tell him? Trump is going to try to bury Biden. Trump is probably going to have 3 or 4 more scandals before it's even election time. So the Republicans' job is to keep him off the stage, keep it with at least exposure they can get by with. We all know he's dirty. He's going to play dirty. I don't know what name he's going to give Biden. Is it going to be Slow Joe or some Old Joe? Yeah. That don't mean that Biden can be a better president. I mean, what have Trump really done since he's been in office? All he done is roll back every accomplishment Barack Obama made, give extremely wealthy people huge tax breaks, which cut into trillions of dollars of the economy. That's basically it. Talk about his stupid ass wall for 2 years, and he say he's still trying to get it done. He came on talking about nothing but racial division. That's what he ran on, and that's what he won on. So we can expect that now he's going to be attacking black athletes, or he's going to be black welfare mothers or something. He's going to go for the race card. That's what he runs on. Of course, he's going to throw all the Mexican people back in, have them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't tell him what that fool's going to do. He shouldn't even want to be president. I mean, he's almost 80 years old. Go lay down somewhere. Sit down. Enjoy your money. Of course, that would mean, oh, I lost. I was only one time. Yeah, he's getting all his billionaire friends richer. That's for sure. Why do people need all this damn money? I mean, just money, 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 money. They already got trillions of dollars. The big thing with the Trump family, his father was obsessed with inheritance tax, right? So one of the first things Trump did when he got into office was cut the inheritance tax so he could keep the money in the family and pass it on to his kids. His father was obsessed with that. One of the first things he did. Republicans don't care because most of the ones who have money who are backing him, they just want those tax cuts. It's a huge thing when, I mean, you and I might say, well, you're paying $1,000 more a year. These people are paying, $6 billion more a year, so billionaires, I guess they pay a couple billion in taxes. His ways not willing to budge if his mind is made up. At least Biden had 8 years under president. Okay, so Sharon Carter. I think Bernie is too set in his ways and not willing to budge if his mind is made up. When it goes along with being 73 years old. At least Biden had 8 years under President Obama. Maybe something rubbed off on him. Yeah, he's running on Obama's name. Even Bernie's trying to a little bit. Just things that they agreed on. I mean, they both will probably be okay. I don't know if has there ever been a Jewish president. I don't know. So he'll be another minority in there. But of course, here in America, Jews are white people. So I guess they wouldn't consider it. They would consider that as religion or whatever. So anytime any minority gets ahead, I celebrate that. It just means that it makes it a little easier for the next person. Trummos, ego won't let him quit. You're right, Kerry. He can't quit because, and I don't think he even likes being president. Tell you the truth, he can't do nothing. You can't even go out there and get him hookers. He just don't like losing. I'm thinking he was just pretty much just as surprised as we were when he won. I didn't see that one coming. Of course, he know he had already tried every sneaky trick in the book, including Russians and God knows who else. But whatever lessons were learned through Trump, the Democrats have an opportunity to watch those same things. It's not just about the general vote. It's more about the delegates. So they're aware of that now too. These people who have all this money, I mean, they just pay people, right? So they pay the best talent. Looking for a coin. Clark Kent, 1964. I just had to say this pertaining to Jay Wilson. When Jesus went around preaching, teaching, and praying, he was not asking for a coin. I got to get my coin. He don't get it. He don't see anything tacky about talking about money all the time in his coin. He said you're going to get a coin from it. I would think that won't that tip people off to, I'm just saying, for the money. But his people who follow him, they don't seem to mind it. They followed Daddy Rich back in the day, remember? Daddy Rat, boom, boom, a rat attack, boom. I make a sound of a toothpaste. You got to believe in something. Why not believe in me? Y'all remember the Pointer Sisters? Yes, Lord. And in real life, they had whatever. Big Daddy Rich or somebody. He's going to try to cause a stink of you. No, he getting his ass up out of there. We got military. If he loses, he ain't going to want to leave. Well, sorry about that, buddy. I am just me. You're right. Jay Wilson going, I don't know what to talk. I didn't know that was going on in the house. I didn't know. Everybody in the house knows about it, but Jay Wilson. He's the last one to know. And so then when they fall out, she's going to be calling him a liar. You're going to get caught, boy. Better off to just say, listen, these guys are adult, gay men. They're both single. They can do whatever they want to do. I mean, my house is not a temple. Best little whorehouse in Texas. I just like the ring of that. So is that clickbait? What you do with the money? Oh, it was just sickening the way his whole presidency. I remember when he first started, he had all those senators go around the table all saying, "Oh, Mr. Trump, oh, what a fine head of hair you got. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Trump, I love the way you came into the White House. And you treat us all like kings. Thank you." Oh, Mr. Girl. I said, is this a cartoon? I mean, no self-respect at all. And they all then fell under the same thing, under the same rule. Sickening. It's almost like a bad movie. You think he would try to appear to be a good person, but he don't. He don't care. He don't care. Rich brat. Nikki, you are about to, let me see. Yeah. The B6 is not real. Okay, I missed that one. Okay. It was Clockmate. Hear about the hoes. Well, I ain't call nobody no hoes because the chat is full of all kind of people. Put it like that. Everybody's here. How are we doing with that? Okay, we got 235. Jay is with you. Talking about my apartment look like a bordello. I'd rather look like a bordello than to be one, honey. Had people in there tricking, making all nasty sounds. No one's come forward to deny it either. So that tells you something. I ain't saying no names, honey. And nobody came to deny that they had done the ooty goody goody, although they're allowed to. The fact that he would lie about it, though, is something. Okay. Sherry, I believe there's a tape too. Ooh, what if Miss Pipe come out with a tape, honey? Folks creeping out of doors in their drawers and things. And somebody said that they saw Jives in the hallway in his drawers going where he didn't belong. I don't know. I'm just saying. Allegedly. For some reason, Wilson chose that band. Because, you know, he looks a little like Mark, doesn't he? Doesn't Jives look a little like Mark in the face? He chose him out of all the people on YouTube to come and pay for his way there and pay for his flight and ticket and all of it. Give him money for preparing there and let him beg on his pages. For some reason he chose him to do that. So maybe he was coming out of there with his draws. I don't know. I wouldn't want to watch that though. I wouldn't want to see it. So did we ever find out who actually stayed in the house? I think most of them stayed in hotels. I know 5 of them stayed in hotels. So Jives was in the house and Wilson was in the house. Well, we don't know who else stayed there. Of course she is. She's in the hell. It tells you right there that they're going to fall out. You see, they keep chipping away at it. Now, he's got to have some kind of feeling about her spilling the tea after he done told everybody that never happened, all that kind of stuff. And she going out here and then she can't hold her water. But she had to know that would have an effect on him, right? Got away. Okay. Well, it's okay. They can freeze us up. All right, people. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for having a conversation. I enjoyed this. Enjoyed kicking it with you guys. And let's see if Wilson comes forward with his denials or whether he just let it go away. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all don't want to get Jives in here carrying on again, though. What color will the hair be this time? Good night.